This so-called traitor video backfired far worse than we thought. It was simply a masterpiece of political sabotage that these 6 Democrats recorded, posted, and now immediately regret. And the way that things blew up in their faces is nothing less of spectacular. You'd think after years of losing the media war, the Democrats would stop handing Trump free victories. But no, these 6 geniuses decided to double down. What they actually showed was treasonous, disrespectful, and the kind of political behavior that you just can't make up. And now, they are drowning in backlash. Way worse than anything that they were complaining about before they opened their mouths. Welcome back, and if you're new, this will be a good one, so make sure you like, comment, and consider subscribing for daily news updates. It means the world to me, and don't forget to share. Let's start with this clip of Fox speak on the situation and completely humiliate these Democratic traitors. Take a look at this.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law or our Constitution.
We know this is hard,
And that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
the Army,
Our Navy,
the Air Force,
Your vigilance is critical.
and know that we have your back.
because now, more than ever,
The American people need you.
So is that a little light treason, Greg?
It's just one really simple question. Who put that together? I'm just curious, like, was that like something that came up over drinks at a bar? Because they don't mention any law that's being broken. They don't even get specific about it. So it's kind of, it's a psyop, really what it is. Because I'm just curious, who made the phone calls? Who said this was a wise idea? And because I'm trying to think, wouldn't I already know what they're talking about? And I don't know what they're talking about. Are they insinuating something about the National Guard? I mean, there's 1,000 National Guard in the New York City subways, thanks to Hochul. They're still situated in New York since 9/11. So I don't know. Is that wrong? It sounds treasonous until they explain what it is. But the only way you can find it is some journalist has to call up.
The Fox reporter makes an immaculate choice and decision. He made the question of who orchestrated this? Who got on the phone and said, yeah, this is the plan, this is the idea we're going to stick with, and this is going to work for us? That was one of my first thoughts. Who even put this all together? And what made them feel that they should actually put this out to the public? They had to have gotten this confidence from somewhere. And the second, almost the most important question, is what are they even referring to? If you're going to put this out, we as the people should automatically know what you're calling an illegal order. But you want to know something? We don't. No one knows what illegal order they're talking about. Are they talking about the past, the present, or the future? We have no clue. They're putting it out there because they want to warp people's minds. They want everyone to be on guard to disobey and defy laws. They are adding to the chaos right before our eyes. It also shows you that their leadership, whoever is giving the okay on this, they have no clue what they are doing. We are literally looking at a party self-sabotaging in every way possible. For actions like these, something does need to happen. We cannot entrust you as our congresspeople and you make decisions like this. I don't know if they need to be removed, prison, who knows? But I just know them making that video was very wrong on so many levels. And the reporter said it does sound treasonous. But that's until we know exactly what those 6 congresspeople meant. But in my opinion, I highly doubt they will come out individually and say what they're referring to. Why? Because there's nothing to refer to. Nothing like that has happened. I want to look at Caroline Leavitt destroy a reporter who asked if President Trump wants to harm the Democrats that made that video. She obviously was trying to get a negative reaction, but Caroline responded in the most calm, reasonable way possible. Take a look at this.
6 Democratic lawmakers of seditious behavior punishable by death. Just to be clear, does the president want to execute members of Congress?
No. Let's be clear about what the president is responding to, because many in this room want to talk about the president's response, but not what brought the president to responding in this way. You have sitting members of the United States Congress who conspired together to orchestrate a video message to members of the United States military, to active duty service members, to members of the national security apparatus, encouraging them to defy the president's lawful orders. The sanctity of our military rests on the chain of command. And if that chain of command is broken, it can lead to people getting killed. It can lead to chaos. And that's what these members of Congress who swore an oath to abide by the Constitution are essentially encouraging. We have 1.3 active duty service members in this country. And if they hear this radical message from sitting members of Congress, that could inspire chaos, and it could incite violence, and it certainly could disrupt the chain of command.
Frequently, but Caroline, can I just follow up? The president and the vice president, for that matter, have accused the other side of encouraging political violence. Isn't that exactly what the president is doing when he says that members of Congress should be killed?
Why aren't you talking about what these members of Congress are doing to encourage and incite violence? They are literally saying to 1.3 million active duty service members not to defy the chain of command, not to follow lawful orders.
Actually,
every single
you can refuse an illegal order, which
they're suggesting, Nancy, that the president has given illegal orders, which he has not. Every single order that is given to this United States military by
Hearing that clip is a perfect example of seeing that journalism and social media, they are there to promote mostly negativity. Asking that question even to begin with was wrong. I'm pretty sure an everyday person would know the president doesn't want to execute them. That's not what this is. What he is basically saying, and what Caroline mentions perfectly, is that look at what he was told. Look at what was presented in that video. Utter chaos. When someone presents information like that and as such, you need to respond back in a way that has the same energy. And that's all that President Trump did. Maybe he shouldn't have, but he did. And you can't be too mad at it because look at what that video could promote. Caroline made a great point. That video in its entirety will promote radicalization and violence. We do not need more of that in America. We have enough of it. That reporter could have asked so many other questions, but she wanted to key on something very negative. I wonder if that same reporter would have the bravery and courage to ask those same 6 congresspeople what they meant by their video and if they think it entices violence. You want to know why we will never see that possibly? Is because they know it does. They just don't want to admit it to the public. They want to keep on this brave for the people face when everything they're doing is tearing down the people. And now people are mad at Trump for retweeting some words and statements of how life actually was. That would not have been allowed to happen if George Washington was still president. Why? Because it was absolutely disrespectful to the government. Them being Congress members does not negate the fact that they did something wrong and it was bad. They have to face the consequences that could possibly come from it. They don't have a get out of jail free card for this type of behavior. No one does, and no one should. Next, let's look at this clip of the National Desk explaining the situation and then Speaker Mike Johnson having a few words to say. Watch this.
Live desk with the details, Ryan.
Yeah, we take you out live to Capitol Hill tonight, where some Democrats have requested additional security from the Capitol Police Force. President Trump calling for the arrest now of these 6 lawmakers you see pictured here, who appeared in a new video telling military service members it's okay to disobey illegal orders. Watch.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
President Trump quickly responding here, calling the video, quote, seditious behavior punishable by death. He also reposted here another message tonight stating, quote, hang them, George Washington would. Congressman Jason Crow of Colorado now says he stands by that message.
I'm not going to be intimidated. I'm not going to be threatened. I took an oath to the Constitution. I've seen friends and people that I've served with give everything to uphold that oath. That is an oath that will last my entire life, and I intend to keep it.
A lot of reaction on Capitol Hill today. Republican leaders calling that controversial video dangerous.
Members of Congress and the Senate and the House should not be telling troops to disobey orders. It is dangerous. It damages our military and our national security.
Their words were clear. They even put them on the screen as they spoke. You must refuse the president's orders. Something like that is something that no one should ever be saying to anyone who's not the chief of command of our military. And to hear Mike Johnson speak, he said it plain and simple. It's dangerous. Doing that and sending that to our service members, that can entice so much danger and confusion and misunderstanding. And yes, he is right. Nothing like that has happened in history before. So to have it and see it, they should be given some type of punishment. Another thing to mention from that clip is yes, when it comes down to those very tight situations, the people in the military, they can make judgment calls. So if they're giving an order and they see the effects it would have are terrible, they can use their judgment to make the best decision. But this doesn't apply because no illegal orders have been given. So already putting that into the minds of our service members, you're setting us up for failure. And if the Democrats wanted more peace and understanding to come to a solution, they would have never posted and released that video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on KW Lawaholic.